Welcome, race fans. We are here with Top Fuel tonight at the Iowa Community Swimming Pool. No, I'm just kidding. With the 190 laps they're going to be turning here tonight in the Dimebag Darrell Cowboys from Hell 166 here tonight. So thank you for joining us. Yeah, for those of you that do not know who Dimebag Darrell is, it's a commemoration of Dimebag Darrell that played for the group Pantera. So that was his nickname, I guess, in the group. So this is a tribute to Dimebag Darrell. So thanks for joining us, folks. Stay with us. We've got about 12 minutes left to practice here. They'll be on to qualifying. And I'll be in the booth alone tonight. I did have company, but something came up and could not make it. So I'll be here by myself. We'll keep you informed of everything that's going on. right, we're about 6 minutes away from qualifying, folks. So thanks for tuning in here on MaxSpeedTV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to like the video before you get out of here. We appreciate the likes on there. Give us the old thumbs up. You can check out our website at MaxSpeedTV.com for all the followings there for MaxSpeedTV 1, 2, 3, and 4. We got quite a crew here at MaxSpeedTV. And also follow us on Facebook at Facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV. All right, just a couple of things here quick, folks. They do have a 21 incident limit out here tonight. One quick refix, reset, whatever you want to call it, quick fix. And that'll kind of get them back out there on the track just in case somebody does get damage on their car. It gives them a little bit of a gimme there to get back out on the track and race it up. So looking for a pretty good sized field here tonight, and a good turnout here at Iowa tonight for 190 laps in the DW12s. You can check out Top Fuel's website at topfuelracing.us. Want to check out their website? Think you might want to look them up on the league directory there if you think you might want to race here in the league. They are accepting applications. And a new sponsor on board, the New West Contractors out of British Columbia, Canada. I'd like to thank them for jumping on board here and sponsoring. That's pretty cool. A lot of guys out here really appreciate that sponsorship. So they will be sponsoring apparently the rest of the season and some races next season. So look them up, New West Contractors out of British Columbia, Ontario, Canada. All right, we got about a minute left here, and we'll be stepping away to play our national anthem here real quick and be right back after that with qualifying underway, folks. So don't go nowhere. Make sure you got a snack and a drink and you're ready for the duration here, because it's going to be an exciting race here at Iowa tonight.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, we're back here. Qualifying is underway, and right now we've got a pretty good lap there. Weiser taking over the pole from Sedlick. Quite a few 17:02s. Kevin Spaulding taking it with a 16.98. And Tony Pizarro taking over the pole. Like Chase Hudson did not have a good qualifying time there for some reason. That is our points leader coming into tonight. So got a few guys that have not qualified yet. Some of them sitting on pit road burning their fuel off so they can go down here and lay down a fast lap. I don't know, I thought that was cheating. I guess it's not. I guess it's perfectly legal. Did I say that out loud? Oops, sorry. So far, so good. Tony Pizarro's hanging on to it. Oh, there's a slip. Hey, Scrub, Michael, how's it going? I hope these guys can put on a good show for you here tonight. It's a long race, 190 laps, but when they're turning 3 laps in a minute, you know, more than 3 laps in a minute, it shouldn't take that long to knock this out as long as they can keep the cautions down. They have had a bad past history of a lot of cautions here, but I'm sure some of you probably know that. That was a long time ago. Since then, they've pretty much cleaned up the field here quite a bit, and I think we're looking at a pretty decent race here tonight. Hey, Teresa, how you doing? Mrs. Brinson. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you that. Mrs. Brinson. I have a little more respect for you than that. Sorry. But how you doing tonight? Ready to tune in here and watch some good racing here by Top Fuel. They've got, I believe, 4 more races left in the season after tonight, folks. So they'll be finishing up, I think the last race is January 11th. They've got a race next week, and then they're off for a couple of weeks due to the holidays. And then we'll be back January 4th, and then January 11th, I think, is how that works. I don't know. I'd have to go look at the schedule again. Well, I have the schedule here. Excuse me. Hold on. I can pop that up. Okay, yeah. Okay, they got a race next week, and then one December 28th. Yep, December 28th. And then one January 4th, and then January 11th is their season finale at Michigan. Next week, they go to Phoenix for the Discount Nutrition Phoenix 175. They'll be doing 175 laps there. Then they go on to Watkins Glen on the 28th of this month for 45 laps. And then they go to Texas Motor Speedway for the Carmichael's Plumbing Lone Star Shootout for 140 laps. And then last race of the season, Michigan, 150 laps for the Sim Garage 3rd Annual Championship race. So it'll be an exciting season finale here at Top Fuel, no doubt. All right, less than a minute to go here to finish up the qualifying. All right, closing minute here of getting everything set up here. Hold on, give me a minute. I got to get down here on the grid, folks. We'll get everybody accounted for. Starting on the pole, Adam Blocker with a 16.919. Congratulations to him for grabbing the pole. Tony Pizarro got knocked back to second place. Scott Brinson starting third. Kevin Spalding fourth. Mr. Sixwiser, Stephen Pearson starting fifth place. Alan Hill will start sixth. Fifth place. And then Alan Hill, sixth place. Nathan Sedlick will start seventh. Wally Turheimer, eighth. Paul Crumrye, ninth. Matt Burkhart, 10th. Scott Sanderson will start 11th. Eric Steinmetz, 12th. Marco Brazil will start 13th. Mark Walker in 14th. Thomas Keene, 15th. Shane McCurry, 16th. Austin Hawkins starting 17th. Chase Hudson with a very, very bad starting time here. He will start back in 18th position. Mark McFadden, 19th. Kevin O'Brien, 20th. Colin Scott, 21st. Chris Voiles, 22nd. Brand new pace car too, folks. Check it out. It's actually the rough. Pretty cool looking paint job. Uh-oh, I just had a restart. Hold on a minute, folks. Doggone it. Just had an error. I hope that's not an onset of this new build that just came out.
Caution somewhere, caution.
Golly, that would be pretty bad. That would be bad. And it did it again. Okay. Try this one more time as we're getting ready to go green. We may have some issues here, folks. I don't know.
Caution somewhere, caution.
Doggone it. Thankfully, they got a couple of pace laps here. Let me see if I can get this straightened around here. I don't know. I'm hoping and praying. Could be such a thing. You don't want to be on the pace car. All right, well, let's try this again here, folks. Adam Blocker about to get the green flag. Pace car's in. And there goes the green. Good jump. what he needed to do, get a good jump on the field. And we got cars slipping and
Caution
sliding.
somewhere,
Caution already on the track, folks. Let's go back and take a look here. This is right on the start. I kind of was afraid of this. Okay, this is Thomas Keene. We're riding on board with him. I'm not sure where the accident was, but we'll see if we can find it here. Oh, right there. It looks like a couple up ahead of him got caught up. That would be Nathan Sedlick. Looks like he caught that yellow line going into the turn. And that upset that car completely. Paul Crumry is going to get a piece of the action there. And he'll get into the wall as well. Stephen Pearson, Thomas Keene. We got quite a few of them involved in that wreck. So not a good way to start out the night here, folks. Not at all. Never good to have a caution on the first lap. Thanks there, Scrub. Yeah, sorry about it. Maybe they'll get it straightened out here. They'll get it all right. Colin Scott did not start the race. Oh, we're down to 21 drivers, but we've already got 3 sitting on pit road. I'll make that 2. Thomas Keene, I think, is out of the race. No, maybe back in. I don't know. Him and Paul Crumry still sitting on pit road. Keene will make it off of pit road just ahead of the pace car. He's going to have to go around and catch up here. They do have 1 reset, so that's always a good thing to know. But it kind of sucks when you've used up your reset on the first lap of the race, and it's got 190 to go. So you're definitely going to want to be taking your time now. Don't want to get involved in another wreck and get damaged. These cars are very, very sensitive to damage on the cars. So they're going to have to be very careful now. Put Adam Blocker still in the lead. Scott Brinson will be restarting second. Tony Pizarro third. Kevin Spalding fourth. Alan Hill fifth. Wally Turheimer sixth. Matt Burkhart seventh. Scott Sanderson eighth. Eric Steinmetz ninth. And Marco Brazil will be 10th on this restart. All right, they should get the 1 to go this time. Paul Crumry is off of pit road, and even though they're a lap or 2 down, that's not a bad thing. With 190 laps to go, they'll get the wave bys, they'll get back on the lead lap. Shouldn't be a problem. Adam Blocker on a mission here tonight to try to lead the most laps. And boy, with a jump start that he got on that start of the race, boy, I think that's his main goal here tonight, to get out ahead of these guys and run his own race out there. When you're out there in that clean air, you don't have to worry about that aero push and racing somebody else. You got the whole track to use, and it does make a big difference in these cars. The aero push on these cars is atrocious. I haven't tested it since the new build come out yesterday, but I don't really think they did a whole lot of change to this. Pace car's in.
Ready, green, green,
And there
green,
goes Adam, right on the gas. Tony Pizarro trying to get a run on Scott Brinson here. He knows if he's going to do it, he's got to do it right away with them new tires. Brinson holding him off pretty close to him there. And he does complete the pass on Scott. And will go into second place. Wally Turheimer sitting in fourth. Scott Sanderson fifth place. We've seen Scott do some pretty amazing driving here in recent weeks. He raced here a few weeks ago, and man, amazing racing by Scott Sanderson. He's usually pretty good in anything you throw him in. Kevin Spaulding and Alan Hill side by side. Looks like Kevin will hold off Alan for the time being. Alan trying to come back on the inside. Matt Burkhart sitting there in 8th place, waiting to see what these guys are going to do, who he should follow. And we got another battle back here, Marco Brazil and Eric Steinmetz. Three wide into the turn. Burkhart down the middle. Loses that position. Trying to hang on to it now. He barely got it. Chase Hudson coming up through the field after starting 18th. Look at the moves he's making. That is our points leader coming into tonight by quite a big margin, actually. Can afford not to finish well here tonight, but golly, man, you don't want to do that when it's coming down to 4 races left after tonight. He's going to try to get every point he can possibly get. Tony Pizarro all over the back of Adam Baker, or Adam Blocker, excuse me, Adam Blocker. Where'd I get Adam Baker from? Hanging on right there. Riding along here with Tony P. Scott Brinson just a short stint back from them. He is only about 0.3 of a second off of Tony Pizarro now. That's just running flat out right now. I don't even hear Scott lifting. Maybe just a little bit there coming out of turn 4, but other than that, he's not even lifting off that fuel. Sanderson closing up on Wally Turheimer. I think we got ourselves, knock on wood, into a little bit of a green flag run here, folks. Hopefully everybody gets sorted out and we have some nice green flag runs here. It'll be pretty awesome. Alan Hill falling back here. He is 2.1 seconds back of the leader. Trying to look for some more battles going on. Mark Walker and Thomas Keene in a battle. Back here for 12th and 13th. And behind them, Mr. Sixwiser. Coming up on lap car there of Paul Crumry. Paul running in the 20th position right now, 1 lap down. Or I'm sorry, he is 3 laps down. I apologize. I think he did a toe to pit road and used his reset, and that toe really hurts. Chris Voiles out of the race, sitting on pit road. Brazil going backwards. Losing that position to Chase Hudson. Chase goes into the top 10. Not really a whole lot going on up here right now. Oh man, I got the hiccups. Kevin Spaulding And Alan Hill to the bottom. He got a great run on Kevin Spaulding. Kevin's going to hold him off for the time being, though. Still racing side by side. Eric Steinmetz.
Caution somewhere.
And
Caution.
we have a caution. That was back here with Kevin O'Brien and these guys. Let's check it out, folks. Kevin O'Brien coming in. Looks like he's going into turn 3. And right there, he got right ahead of him there. Shane McCurry. Looks like his car just steps out on him. Caught that yellow line. Boy, these boys have got to stay away from that yellow line. I'm telling you, that is not friendly territory down there. No, sir. And Kevin O'Brien will get in him, and both of them going to get severe damage to their cars. So back up front, leader bringing them all to pit road. And Mr. Sixwiser will stay out. Stephen Pearson wants to lead a lap. Get that bonus point. A 4-tire change. Tony Pizarro had to back up in his pit, but he's away. He'll come out second. Looks like the race was off the pit road was for 3rd and 4th. Sanderson barely beating Scott Brinson, I believe. Or no, maybe Scott Brinson won that race off pit road between them two. I think he did. But he will come out 4th. Meantime, Mr. Sixwiser staying out to lead a lap. Second caution of the race here, folks, on lap 26. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Hey, Martha, how you doing? Good to see you in chat, girl. Wally Terheimer's mom. Wally back here in 6th place. He's running well. We're rooting for him. Hopefully you are too. Mr. Sixwiser is going to come to pit road, so that will give the lead back up to Adam Blocker as they come around. Steven got to stay out there long enough to lead a lap, collects that bonus point. Now he'll go to the back of the lead lap after he makes his pit stop. Lights are still on the pace car, so we'll have at least one more lap till we get the 1 to go. And I don't know if we can find somebody here. Let me see if I can get a word in with... How about we see if we can get a word in with Wally? Wally Terheimer, you got a copy?
Hello, Rudy. How you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing well. Hey, Mom's in chat, rooting for you, so we are too, buddy.
All right. Hi, Mom. Yeah, I saw. I have it on my other computer, the stream going, and I saw that she was in there, so I said hi, Mom, on the chat, and have a good time.
Well, how's the car feeling?
It feels good. I'm sitting up here and just not trying to mix it up a whole lot. I let Scott go by a little bit earlier when I figured I'd just let him go. I didn't want to be pressured, and he wanted to get somewhere, so I let him go there, and I'll just follow him.
Yep. Hey, just remember the old story, the young bull and the old bull. You remember hearing that one?
I'm sure I have.
Well,
but I'm an old bull, so I can't remember.
Well, I can't say it on the air right now, but I'll tell you afterward.
Right. I think, yeah. There you go.
Let the young bucks go, and you can come by and clean them up later.
Right. There you go.
All right, brother. Good luck out there, Wally.
All right, Rudy. Thanks, man.
Yeah. All right. Sorry about that, folks. I just had to throw a little analogy out there. Some of you may know that joke. All right, here we go. Hayes' car heads in. Adam Blocker on the gas.
Ready, green, 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 green.
Good jump there, and Tony Pizarro already in second. Scott Brinson looking to get by him. Takes that jump on the inside, makes the pass complete back into second. And somebody checking up back here. I think that was Eric Steinmetz. Those guys have got to stay away from them yellow lines, I'm telling you. Those yellow lines are not your friend. Not in this car. You might be able to do that in a different car, but not in this one. Alan Hill. Oh, almost contact with Marco Brazil. Brazil way up the hill. That opened the door up for Eric Steinmetz to get in there, and Eric goes into 8th. Another close call there between Mr. Sixwiser and Thomas Keene. Those two mixing it up. Looks like a lot of aero push on these cars. Oh, man, guys are really having to deal with it a lot. Nathan Sedlick back here in 14th. Kevin O'Brien 15th, racing it up with Matt Burkhart. Kevin just let him go. I'm kind of thinking maybe Kevin didn't use his reset, and maybe now he wishes he would have. The car does not seem to be fast at all, and he is getting out of the way of the leaders. Something not right there with the car, and I'm thinking he did not use his reset. Oh, and he's going to spin, and he's going to collect a bunch of them. He caught that yellow line, as we just seen it right there, folks. And that yellow line is just treacherous tonight. He's trying to keep it down, way down low here for the leaders to go by. And in he catches the apron right there. He just caught the edge of a couple. Paul Crumry going to get into it again. Oh, no. Paul Crumry. That poor guy, he is just, man, he's like a ping pong ball out there. He's just been being collected by everybody tonight. That's his second major wreck that he's been in. And I think that put him right on pit road. He's going to have to sit there and get damage fixed up now. Car looks pretty much a mess. So does Kevin's. One thing I did want to notice here, I got to look and see. Scott Brinson put a new paint job on his car, but I'm not seeing the new paint job that he put on there. No, I'm not seeing it. It was his tribute to Dimebag Darrell, so I don't, but I'm not seeing it. Let me try refreshing Trading Paints one more time. He put it on kind of late. No, it's not there. So, and I know earlier Trading Paints was not working, so I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe try it later. Anyhow, he's going to be restarting in second here behind Darrell, or Adam Blocker. Yeah, Darrell. Dimebag Darrell. Those of you that may not know Dimebag Darrell, he is from the group Pantera. This is actually a tribute race to him. One of Scott's favorite bandmates. Yeah, I'm glad you all are enjoying yourselves in chat there, keeping the chat going. That's great. Let's keep it up. Keep it up. That's what we like to see. More people chatting. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. We'll keep you informed of everything that we can that's going on the track. Got a long race ahead of these boys here. We still got about 152 to go. They said they're turning about, well, you say 17-second laps, so they can get 3 laps in a minute. So this shouldn't take that long to knock this race out. But with cautions, interesting. All right, we're taking a look at it right now. This is the third caution of the race, folks. I thought we had it sorted out there. Everything was going good, but lap traffic there caught it. And it looks like Kevin may have used that reset now. And he is back off of pit road here. Yes, he did. He used his reset finally. I think he learned a little lesson there not to go into pit like that and not use a reset. Maybe he had it unchecked or something. I'm not sure. Could have been just a legit right there. But he's catching up to the back of the field. But unfortunately, Paul Crumrye, he got some pretty hefty damage on his car. He is back out on the track, but that just even put him back further now. He's back in 20th, about 4 laps down. Okay, we should get the 1 to go here, folks. Yeah, but all I seen on Scott's car was the Raiders, which is his normal paint job. But he made up a special paint job for Dimebag Darrell, and I didn't see Dimebag Darrell on there anywhere. Maybe you guys seen it. I didn't. All right, lights are out. You know what that means. We're going back green flag racing this time by, so get ready, folks. Hayes car's in. Adam Blocker holds him back a little this time. Finally he gets on the gas, and there's a green flag. Wally Turheimer got a pretty good jump on Scott Brinson, and we'll go into second. Wally moving forward. Go, Wally, go. Go get him, brother. Kevin Spaulding, fourth. Sanderson now looking to the inside. Mr. Sixwiser and Marco Brazil in a good battle back here. Boy, they are pretty tight racing going on back here. Keene and Pizarro side by side. Keene clearing Pizarro. Not quite clear, excuse me. Oh, man, a little shuffling there going on. Stephen Pearson now underneath Marco Brazil. Marco drives around the outside. We got a caution. Trying to find out where that is. Looks like Shane McCurry and somebody else got into it there, folks. Let's see who gets into it. Down here on the bottom. Oh, major net code right there, folks. Major net code. He was 4 or 5 feet from hitting him. Look at that. That's crazy right there. Look how far he was from him. Oh, that wasn't anybody's fault, man. That was just pure, I don't know what you'd call that, but that was some serious net coding. I don't think that's got to be the worst case of net coding I think I've ever seen right there, or pretty close to the worst one. So, all right, well, Shane McCurry out of the race. Adam Blocker still staying out here. Looks like pretty much everybody's staying out. Austin Hawkins may have taken his car behind the wall. Scott Brinson, you got a copy.
Yes, sir, Rudy. How we doing tonight, buddy?
Wow, that was one of the worst cases of net coating I think I've ever seen, or pretty close to it.
Yeah, that's what they're talking about here in the room, that it was all net coating. Austin didn't sound too happy about it.
No, I don't imagine. I mean, because he was like 4 or 5 feet from the inside there. What's up with the guys catching them yellow lines?
I'm not sure. I didn't see a whole lot of that during practice, but now all of a sudden the race is starting and everybody's getting down to that yellow line, so they're having a hard time staying off of it.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, when you catch it, your night's over.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You don't want to touch that line. I was telling the guys coming out of the pits, if we have any green flag pit stops, be careful just coming out, because if you touch that thing coming up before you get all the way to the flat part on the backstretch, it will spin you out as well.
No kidding. Wow.
Yeah, that line's treacherous.
Stay away from the line.
Yeah, it's dead man's land there. You don't want nothing to do with that.
Well, Mom's in chat watching, so give her a shout.
Hey, Mom. How you doing, Mom? Hope you're enjoying the race so far. Sorry, we've had a few cautions so far. Hopefully we'll get that cleaned up here a little bit. Everybody stay off that yellow line.
Well, I refreshed trading paints many times, and I can't get the Dimebag Darrell car, so.
No, you're good. It's the Raiders car. I'm rocking the Raiders car tonight.
Okay, well, I've had that since the beginning. I kept refreshing, thinking I was looking for a Dimebag Darrell on it.
No.
Okay.
No, I wanted to get a Pantera car made up, but I didn't think about it until it was too late. But, yeah, no, we're honoring Dime here tonight with the Cowboys from Hell 166. Any Pantera fans out there can appreciate that. If you don't know who he is, look him up.
All right, Scott. Well, good luck out there, brother.
All right, buddy.
All right, here we go. Waiting on the one to go. I think next we'll try to see if we can get a word in with Adam Blocker, our leader. Or, we already talked to Wally. Maybe we could get a word in with Scott Sanderson. Scott's been having a pretty good night here tonight. We got enough time. Maybe we could talk to Scott Sanderson here. Let me see if I can find him and get him up here. He's got his mic muted, but he might be able to unmute it. Scott Sanderson, you got a copy? Can you hear me? Hey, there you go.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, Scott, I was just saying on the broadcast here a few minutes ago, it just seems like no matter what car or vehicle you're thrown into, you always run well. We don't see you every week here, but the weeks you run here, you are in competition and you are a factor in the race. So what do you got for these guys?
Yes, I'm not sure. Like you said, I don't run here every week, so I don't know exactly how the tires wear out on these. Aero plays a huge factor on them. Learning those a little bit again. So basically just keep the wings on the car, keep the tires on the car and on the ground.
Yeah.
And keep it out of the wall, basically. That's my strategy, and hopefully we'll be around at the end.
All right, brother. Well, you're getting ready to go green. Good luck out there, brother.
All right, thank you, Rudy.
Yes, sir. Okay. Ready to get the green flag. Here's Adam Blocker and Wally Turheimer sitting on the front row. Let's go. Let's get them. Shane McCurry and Austin Hawkins both behind the wall. Pace car's in. And there goes Adam on the gas. Wally Turheimer, second place. Looking back on Scott Brinson. See just how close these guys are, and he is not far from Adam Blocker. These guys are all pretty much single file back there. You can see the aero push around them cars as they're kind of bouncing around a little bit. That's aero push, folks. Hard to understand unless you're out there and you feel it. And you can feel the air kind of pushing that car around. It's pretty amazing, pretty realistic. Down the front stretch, Kevin Spaulding hanging on to 6th place. And now we got a challenger. Oh, we got one in the wall back there. Matt Burkhart into the wall, and he is going to collect a few other drivers into it. Let's go see. what happened to Matt Burkhart. Hopefully he's got a reset. Stephen Pearson way up on the upper side. And these guys might have got together here. I don't know. Nope. Matt looked like he was trying to dodge that, and it looks like he is going to get plowed into right there. That would have been from Marco Brazil. Got into the back of Matt Burkhart. Hit him pretty hard, too. And he will get spun as well. So quite a few of them going to get taken out of that. Mark McFadden will spin, hit the wall. Kevin O'Brien barely missing it. Paul Crumry missing it. So thankfully, Thomas Keene, I believe he got a piece of that. So lots of drivers got involved in that one, folks. The field, or I should say, the herd is thinning. The herd is thinning. Those of you that might have watched that on, the heck was that movie, the animated movie? Don't matter. Ice Age, I believe it was. Came from Ice Age. They're thinning the herd. A good movie. I like him. Some of them animated ones are pretty good. All right, I believe this is caution number 5. Yeah, caution number 5. Long ways to go, though. We got 145 laps to go here, folks. Thomas Keene on pit road. Mark McFadden is behind the wall. Yeah, Racing finally retired the old Mustang as the pace car and put the Rough in there. Rough is a pretty awesome car, really fun to drive. A lot of horsepower in that little bugger. Those of you that may be familiar with the Rough will know what I'm talking about. Lots of horsepower in that little car, and they sound amazing. When you're in them things, man, they sound like an Indy car, sort of, but they sound I think like the Gen 6 should sound. They sound like a car that has a lot of horsepower, which they do. Pretty cool. Yeah, iRacing changing it up a little bit. Pretty cool. Changed up a few other things too. Thomas Keene taking his car behind the wall. And I believe, yep, he already left TeamSpeak. Wow. Well, he could have stuck around and helped me if he wanted to, but he already left. Dang. Oh well. Yeah, Thomas is pretty good in the booth. Had him in the booth with me before. Well, thanks guys for hanging in there with me. They'll get back to green flag racing here in a minute, and now that the field's kind of thinned out a little bit more, we've lost 5 drivers from the race. The field's thinned out just a little bit here, and I think we'll see a little bit longer green flag runs. Pace car's in. And there they
Ready,
go.
green.
Good start. Brinson trying to look on the inside of Wally Turheimer to get that second place back. It looks like he's going to do it. Brinson back to second. Stephen Pearson in fourth. He's come up on Wally Turheimer close, really close right there. Tony Pizarro not far back. And Chase Hudson coming up through the field. He's come from 18th up to 6th. That's our points leader. He takes it to the bottom, gets a run on Tony Pizarro. I was going to say Tony P. And he will complete that pass on Tony Pizarro. Marco Brazil in 7th. Alan Hill 8th. Nathan Sedlick 9th. And Matt Burkhart back into 10th. Oh, we got somebody just plowed into the wall there. Marco Brazil. Let's go see. This may have taken his car out of contention for the night. Let's see what happened here. Riding along with him. I hope it wasn't the yellow line again. Oh no, the car just broke loose on him. And he got a little help there from the 52, or not sure what that was, anyhow. And he hit the wall a ton. Excuse me. Excuse me, man. Got me all choked up. Just kidding. All right, so back up front here, Adam Blocker's still in the lead. Let's see if he brings him to pit road. Nope, not yet. Like a few of the other guys are, though, and he's going to stay out there. I do know that they did change the tire model on this car for the season. I read that in the release notes that you can't no longer stay out here and keep running on them same set of tires. The tires they're just gonna like really get bad on you. So you definitely want to change tires whenever you can. Well, it's been all Adam Blocker. He's led 62 laps so far in the race. Like I said, he's on the mission here to lead the most laps tonight. Chase Hudson coming from 18th up to 2nd now. He is our points leader, and he wants to get up there and lead a lap to get that bonus point. After that, he'll be probably trying to set his way to maybe get it to the finish and try to win it. But I think Adam Blocker's got something to say about that. Well, yeah, if somebody thinks that they want to race in this, look it up in the iRacing League directory. Look up Top Fuel Racing and put in an app. I'm sure Scott will check you out and accept you into the league, and you can run these bad boys. These things are a handful, I'll tell you that. They're fun to drive. Don't get me wrong, they're fun to drive. But it takes a special breed of person to run this car and run it well. It really, really does. It's a very, very sensitive car. You know, if you just tap the wall, you've got damage, and the car is not fast anymore. And without that reset to give you a brand new car to get back out there and race it up with the guys, you're pretty much out of contention. So, but that's the way it is in the sim world. Well, just letting you know, Paul Crumry is still laps down, but he has come up to 16th place, so he's trying to work back through it. Kevin O'Brien is back on the lead lap now and running in 15th. That's cool. Marco Brazil looks like he takes it behind the wall. Too much damage to continue, and he is out of the race. Well, sorry about your luck there, Marco. Hopefully we'll see you back here next week. Next week at Phoenix. This is kind of like a Phoenix track, sort of. I don't know, those of you, some of you like Phoenix, some of you like this track. This track is okay. It's just my opinion. It's okay. I wouldn't rate it up there on one of my most favorite tracks to run, but especially not in this car. I know they run it in real life, but this is not real life. This is a sim, and this car just does not run well on this track in this sim. It has a lot of issues, especially with the aero push around it and how sensitive these cars are to tapping the wall and cutting the speed down. You gotta think about all the factors involved into that. So, before you go out there and race here at Iowa. All right, here we go, folks. Going into turn 3 right now. We're about to let them go here, get them back underway. We've got 15 drivers left in the race. Pace car in.
Ready, green,
And
green,
there's
green,
the
green.
green. Adam Blocker right on the gas. Chase Hudson a little slow on that takeoff. Comes right down the hill and blocks Alan Hill from taking up that second position. Sanderson in fourth. He tries to get a run here on Alan Hill. Chase Hudson coming up on Adam Blocker. Those two have raced around each other a lot, and they know just how each other races, so that's going to be an extremely good race. Chase Hudson pulls out, going into turn 1, and he takes the lead over, coming from 18th to the lead here, folks, on lap 70. Great job by Chase Hudson. That's our points leader. That's how you do it for a point to be the points leader. That's how you do it. Be impatient. Anderson into fourth as he gets around Matt Burkhart. Now he looks to get around Alan Hill. Side by side. Adam Blocker coming back on the inside. You guys are getting a little racy now. We're coming up on the halfway mark here shortly. Well, I guess I got a ways to go yet. About 20 laps to go or something. But as when they're turning 17-second laps, it'll take long to click them laps off. Blocker going back. Sanderson takes over second. I'm not sure what happened to Blocker's car, but boy, he's going backwards really quick here. Ooh, we got some touching and banging going on back here. Back here behind him, Tony Pizarro. Into it with Mark Walker and Nathan Sedlick. They were 3 wide there for a minute, but they got it sorted out. Sedlick. Oh, we got one into the wall. That's Stephen Pearson. Oh, no. That's probably going to end his night because I don't think he's got a reset left, folks. Let's go back here and see what happened to Mr. Sixwiser. As you can tell, these cars are like on the edge here. Cut it down pretty hard. Oh, no. Wally Turheimer gets into the side of him. Wally puts him into the wall. Oh, no. So Stephen Pearson going to get bumped there by Wally Turheimer and get put into the wall. Well, he's trying to make it back to pit road here, folks. Don't want to have to tow. Hopefully he's got a reset and he can get back out there with these boys. He was running pretty well, too, because we've seen him up there in the top 10, easily in the top 10, and racing it pretty hard. Adam Blocker coming to pit road. Saying, all right, I've had enough with this set of tires. Him and Kevin Spaulding coming in. Let's see what he does here on his car. I'm sure it's going to be a 4-tire change. Cool thing about these cars, they jack, the whole car jacks up and they change all 4 tires at once. So he was in and out there, full tank of fuel, 4 tires in 7.3 seconds. That's pretty amazing. Now everybody's chasing Chase Hudson. Yeah, I can get I can get Mark Walker up here. Mark Walker, you got a copy?
Yeah, I hear you.
Mark, how's your race going for you, buddy?
Just trying to stay alive.
I hear you. Well, just a small piece of advice for you. Stay away from that yellow line, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't think I've hit it yet, but I know what you're talking about.
Because, man, I'm telling you, well, I've already seen about 4 or 5 people hit that yellow line, and when they do, your car just unloads the wheel and you just go around. So, definitely stay away from that. Well, is the car running pretty good tonight? I mean, you're up here in 6th place and coming from 14th. That's pretty good.
I've been awful lucky and missed about 4 accidents already, so like I say, I'm just trying to stay alive.
Well, that's good. Yeah, it's still a lot of race to go, over half of it to go here yet. So, well, we'll wish you good luck, Mark, and hopefully we'll talk to you in Victory Lane maybe. That would be awesome tonight, huh?
All right, thanks, Rudy. Hopefully.
Okay, take care, buddy. All right, back up front with Chase Hudson. Scott Sanderson will be starting on the outside of the front row with him. Alan Hill 3rd, Matt Burkhart 4th, Scott Brinson 5th, Mark Walker 6th, Wally Turheimer 7th, Adam Blocker 8th, and Kevin Spaulding 9th, and Tony Pizarro will round out your top 10. Well, Steven Pearson does get back out on the track, and it looks like he did have a reset, so got a brand new car, but he is a lap down. Will be scored as a lap down, but he'll get back on the lead lap. He'll be back in contention. Still 15 cars left on the lap, on the track, excuse me. 13 of them on the lead lap. Lights are out. We're going back green this time by, folks. Yeah, I got your message here, Josh. Get better, brother. Get better. Hayes car's in. Boy, Chase Hudson didn't waste any time.
Green.
He went right on the pace car. It's a good way to get a jump on the start. And
Caution somewhere.
I hear somebody, Kevin Spaulding, going around this time. Go back and see what happened to Kevin Spaulding. That's terrible because, man, he was running so well. Don't tell me he's going to catch that yellow line, and he does. And then he gets helped around by Nathan Sadlick, and that puts both of them into the wall. Ouch. Well, the field just got thinner, folks. The herd just got thinner. They are thinning the herd out here right now, so I'm looking for some long green flag runs here coming up. Scott Sanderson pulling off. He will come to pit road. A few others coming in too. Paul Crumry, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Paul, you were caught up in a wreck there, and it was pretty bad. You had to use a tow. You've used your reset, no doubt, right?
Yes, sir. Got in a pretty good wreck there. Just haven't had any luck tonight. I'm just kind of been hanging out in the back, and been lucky to avoid a lot of these wrecks that are happening right now. I'm just 4 laps down, and hopefully I can get those laps back before the end of the night here.
Yeah, I think you will. You got plenty of race to go here, and every time a caution comes out, I think you're gaining a lap, aren't you? Or pretty close to it.
Yeah, I was. I know Kevin Spaulding and Sedlick's gone now, and I think he wrecked out. But Mr. B there at the end, Stephen Pearson, he's was a lap down, so he took that one from me. But I'm assuming lap 80 out of 190 will have something for him.
Right. Yeah. Well, you're picking up positions though just by staying out here, and that's that. I always talk about that never give up attitude. You never want to give it up. If the wheels turn, get it back out there on the track, because somebody's going to just rage quit and just leave, and you're going to be able to pick up them positions. And every position is a point, so it does mean a lot. So, all right, well, good luck out there, Paul. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
Well, we'll keep it on. Hopefully, we'll keep it on the right side up, and maybe put this thing in victory lane.
There you go. All right, good deal. All right, talk to you later.
Thanks, Rudy. Appreciate it.
All right, back up front, Chase Hudson. Let's see if they get the one to go this time by. Nope, not yet. So they're still trying. iRacing is still trying to sort it out. They'll get it sorted out here, though. Down to 14 cars left in the race. And taking a look at the caution count here, this is caution number 8, folks. For 39 laps out of the 85, so we're almost at 50% of the race has been under caution. All right, lights are out. Going back green this time. Be restarting here on lap 87, folks. Let's see if Chase does that again. He had a great jump there on that restart. I mean, he snookered the whole field there. Pace car's in, and he does. He goes right on the green again, and I think the other guys...
Green.
They're right on the pace car. I think the other guys anticipated that, so they got a pretty good start, too. A lot better than they did last time. Brinson coming up through on the outside of Wally Turheimer. Wally hanging on in 5th place. Now going to get passed on the outside by Scott Sanderson. Adam Blocker sitting in 7th, led the first 69 laps of the race, which might wind up to be the most laps led by one person out here tonight. You just never know. He's trying to get back up there, but now he's back in dirty air. Car does feel a whole lot different in dirty air. You get that aero push. Brinson coming up on Matt Burkhart, and he's going to dispose of Matt Burkhart in a heartbeat. Goes into 3rd place. Wally Turheimer trying the same move on Matt Burkhart, not able to quite do it that time. Got to stay away from that yellow line though, Wally. Still side by side with Scott Sanderson. And Sanderson completes the lap on Wally Turheimer. Mark Walker sitting in 7th. Adam Blocker 8th. Tony Pizarro 9th place. And Mr. Six Weiser back here in 10th. Back up front, Chase Hudson trying to shake Alan Hill. Alan hanging right with him. That's some good racing going on right there between them two. Matt Burkhart now got Scott Sanderson on his tail. Anderson hanging on right there. See how intense this is for these boys to drive around this Iowa track. Iowa Community Swimming Pool, folks. A good thing to do with it. Fill it with water, man, that would make a beautiful swimming pool, wouldn't it? Oh, man. Oh, Burkhart out of shape. Sanderson to the inside. And Burkhart going to lose that position to Scott Sanderson. Welcome back to Wally Turheimer there in 6th place. And Mark Walker's got Adam Blocker all over him. Back up front here, Chase Hudson with a 4/10 of a second lead over Alan Hill. Brinson almost a second behind the leader. Second in the points also. Has not been able to catch Chase Hudson. He's not for lack of not trying, because he has tried every week. He's just some way Chase Hudson winds up beating him somewhere on the track. I think he said Chase has got 9 wins this season. That almost unbelievable. Or maybe 10. Might be 10 wins. I don't remember. I didn't bring up the points, so. Sanderson now all over Scott Brinson. I don't have a crank it up cam for this track, Michael. Sorry. Sorry, buddy. I don't have a crank it up cam. I can get down here closer for you. Maybe that'll help a little. Trying to find another tight battle here. Adam Blocker did get around Tony Pizarro. Goes into 7th. Tony back to 8th. The Tide Ride. All right, we're well past halfway now, folks. So, nice green flag run here. And like I was talking about earlier, that new build that came out yesterday, they were supposed to have done something to the tires on these open wheel cars that they would actually wear down a little quicker, I guess, so you couldn't stay out here and run a whole race on the same set of tires. From what I understand, if I read that correctly. Stephen Pearson right there. And Kevin Spaulding on his tail, but Kevin is a couple of laps down. Whoa, close, almost contact between Stephen Pearson and Mark Walker, and they do make contact.
Caution somewhere.
And that
caution.
brings out the caution. Oh my word, they made contact there. We'll watch this from Stephen Pearson's car. We're going to figure out who did what and who come up into who, and oh, they almost made contact there. They were a little wiggly. Pearson gets a good run out of turn 4, and he comes right up the hill into Mark Walker. I believe that's what I just seen. Let's go on board with Mark Walker here. He seems to be holding his line. Pearson just come right up and whacked him one right there, and that's going to spin them both out. Now, I don't know if Pearson... Looks like Pearson's going to hit the wall pretty hard here, and he's going to get more damage. Yeah. And Mark Walker, I'm not sure if he's going to hit. He might keep it off of the wall. Looks like he did a great job of locking it down. So minimal damage to Mark Walker's car. What damage he probably got was just where Stephen Pearson got into the side of him. And they are all coming to pit road again. Looks like Eric's showing Eric Steinmetz, our leader. Yeah, he stayed out, looks like, him and Kevin O'Brien. Chase Hudson off of pit road first. He will come out in third. These guys will probably pit. I think Eric just wanted to stay out, probably lead a lap here. He hasn't led a lap yet today. Yeah, he's coming in. And so is Kevin O'Brien. Oh. Chase Hudson retakes the lead. Tell you what, we'll see if we can get a word in with Eric Steinmetz here after he makes his pit stop. I'll see if I can't get him up here and maybe talk to him and ask him how his race is going. All right, he's away. Eric Steinmetz, you got a copy?
Yes, I do, Rudy.
Eric, good run out there for you today. You've pretty much avoided most of the wrecks. How the heck have you done that?
By the hair on my chinny chin chin, I'll tell you that, because there's been a few of these ruts where I've kind of just barely snuck by, but it's just been staying it safe, keeping good distance back between people, knowing there's a long way to go. We still got 80 laps left to go, and hopefully we'll be able to pull out a nice top 10 out of this and get some points on Kevin, and hopefully not lose too much to Wally or gain some on Wally. We want that money at the end of the year.
There you go. Yeah. Well, you know, that's kind of brings up a good point, Eric. You know, maybe you're a good guy to ask. You know, when you're showing the patience out there on the track, okay, you're obviously, you know, you don't want to get up there and race it up too hard. And, you know, we hear every week from all the drivers, you know, well, that's pretty much what they say. Well, you don't, you know, I kind of want to lay back at the beginning of the race. But we never see that happen. We always see the guys out there just racing as hard as they can from lap 1 clear to lap 190. You know, what is it about a racer that they say one thing and do another?
When you interview them, they have a kind of a different mode, I'll say that. When you get in the car and you get the green flag, there's a different mode, a different switch that flips on automatically. It's just, you want to be in front, you want that lead. And I mean, I can kind of understand it here tonight, because the way the tire wear and the aero push is after about 5 laps, order's not going to change that much until pit stops. So there's been a lot of people who are making desperate moves early on in their runs, and that's why we're seeing all these yellows at the start of right after restarts.
You got to come back in?
Yeah, I'm going to top it off with fuel.
Oh,
see if we can't extend the window.
Well, there you go. Hey, that's a good thought. All right, well, good luck.
Gives me an extra lap.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Good luck, and we'll talk to you after a while.
All right.
All right, Eric Steinmetz, folks. Going to try to survive this race. Making his, just to top off the fuel here, making sure he's got enough fuel. Get on a different pit window than everybody else. The lights are out. We're going back green this time by Scott Brinson, starting on the outside of the front row here with Chase Hudson. Well, now we know Chase has been getting these jumps on the start. Wonder if Scott was paying attention and if he'll go at the same time. Let's wait and see. Hayes car's in, and there goes Chase. He did it again.
Ready, green, 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 green.
These guys were pretty much right there with them, though. Brinson and Sanderson. Sanderson to the inside of Brinson. He's been in second before, so he knows what it tastes like. And he will take over second place. Brinson coming back. Alan Hill in fourth. Alan's been having a great run here today. We've seen him up as high as third and trying to get second, but just was unable to complete that pass. Almost getting into the back of Scott Sanderson as Brinson completed the pass on Sanderson, goes back into second. You guys are racing their hearts out right now. They know the laps are winding down here, folks. You know, we're down to about 75 to go here at the line, so the laps are clicking off. Pizarro with a top 5 run right now. Wally Turheimer back into 6th place after starting 8th today. Adam Blocker led the most laps so far with 69, but Chase Hudson's working on that, and we got a challenge for the lead. Brinson takes the lead over from Hudson, and Hudson comes back on the inside. Brinson's not going to fight him. He's going to do it again. He's going to come right back on the inside. They're like almost like doing that that swap draft that I always talk about, but I don't think they really are. It just looks like it. Brinson back to the lead. Looks like he may hold on to it this time. Hudson right there. Brinson leads his first lap of the race, and he collects a bonus point, inching forward just a little bit there on Hudson in the points. Hudson back around him, retaking the lead. Scott Price saying, okay, you can have it back. I just wanted to get that bonus point out of the way. Guys are really going after it now. Pizarro. Wally Turheimer to the inside of Pizarro. Uh-oh, Scott just blinked crazy there. Now Brinson goes back to third as Sanderson completes a pass on him. Now Brinson tries to come back. Man, these guys are racing like it's the last lap out here. What gives? Matt Burkhart got around Adam Blocker. Adam Blocker coming back. Oh, we got a spinner. Sanderson off the track. No caution. No caution, folks. These guys keep going, but Sanderson pretty much out of it. Looks like he has already taken his car behind the wall. Doggone it. Well, they kind of split these guys up quite a bit. Now Brinson's almost a second behind. He is a second behind the leader. Not able to grab onto that draft, even though this is a short track. The draft is pretty important. Oh, no, we got another one. Wally Turheimer going to hit the wall. No caution on that one either. Golly, man, these guys are really driving the wheels off of them right now. You got to go with the changing of the car and the track, and boy, some of these guys are really pushing it. Turheimer got it back going again, but he will go a lap down. That's the guy I was rooting for. Come on, Wally. Sanderson, Hill, pretty close together. Tony Pizarro now moves into fourth. Everybody gains one position there after Wally spins out. Wally is back going, but he's coming to pit road. He's got to get that thing looked at. It's got a little bit of damage on it. Tires are probably smoked on it. So he'll be coming in here. Yeah, he's got some pretty hefty damage on the front of that. Hopefully he's got a reset. Yep, he does have a reset. Yay! Good job, Wally. Way to save your reset. Back up in the lead here, Chase Hudson. Matt Burkhart goes into fourth as he gets around Alan Hill. And here comes Adam Blocker to the outside of Alan Hill. And he just drives around the outside of Alan. What's going on with Alan's car? He's going backwards big time. Eric Steinmetz coming up on him the outside. He's got like trapped down. Oh, and they get together. Oh, no. No caution on that one either because there's no traffic. Eric Steinmetz will get it going again.
Caution somewhere, caution.
Now the caution comes out. Oh, Alan Hill pulled up onto the track, and that brought the caution out. Oh, man. Well, they will both go a lap down. Chase Hudson comes up on these guys. Well, that was a pretty good green flag run there they were having, so not bad. Well, let's see if Chase does bring them to pit road here. I'm sure he probably will. New tires are definitely a premium here, so taking a look at the cautions here. This is caution number 10, folks, for 46 laps. Really not too bad. Actually, not a bad race here for Iowa. I mean, this is a lot better than some of the races that they've had here at Iowa. They've had, wow, 18 cautions or something, I think was the record here at Top Fuel. Yep, here they come to pit road. Yeah, that was pretty grueling that night when they had 18 cautions here at Iowa. But that was a couple of seasons ago, and they've really cleaned it up a lot since then and been a lot better racing. And excuse me again. Doggone. I don't get to my mute button in time. Chase Hudson already doing service to his vehicle, and he is coming back off of pit road. Just barely beating Brinson off of pit road. Eric Steinmetz again stays out. Still has not technically led a lap. He's coming into pit road, so that'll give the lead back up to Chase Hudson when they come around. Well, let's see if we can get a word in with Chase Hudson. Chase Hudson, you got a copy?
I got you.
Well, Chase, you finally got yourself up into first place after starting 18th today. I seen your qualifying time. The qualifying, I don't know, what, you must have hit the wall or something and had a terrible qualifying time, right?
Yeah, it was weird because my first time lap I was just gonna run the high line to get up momentum, and then my second time lap I did all fine, and then kind of went down on the apron. But after I crossed the start finish, I went through the grass a little bit, and it gave me a 1X. So my lap didn't count. But it was weird because I did that after. I got 1X after I crossed the finish line, so it was kind of weird.
Yeah, I seen that. I think where you cut down across the grass was before the start-finish line. So it had probably, as I was watching it, it was probably technically it already gave you the 1X that it hadn't come up yet. Yeah. But anyhow, my point being, you started from 18th today, and you're in the lead here, brother. And in about 7 more laps, you're going to take over the most laps led here from Adam Blocker. He has not been able to get back up there to the front. Is the car that much better up there in the clean air compared to back in the dirty air?
Oh man, yeah, definitely. Back there, I was surprised. I was kind of iffy if he made the setup, right? Like if it was kind of had too much grip. But once you get back there, I mean, it's really pushy. But once you get up front, top 5, it seems pretty good.
Well, now the new build come out yesterday, and they said that they were going to really knock the heck out of the tire wear on these open wheel cars. How much has it changed? Have you noticed a big difference in tire wear?
I haven't even really felt any of a difference. My tires have barely been wearing. I mean, if you're back in the pack, they do a lot, but up front here, you barely wear them.
Oh, okay, because they said that they were going to really knock the heck out of them because the guys were staying out there, and you could run a whole race on the same set of tires, so. I don't know. That's just what I read in the release notes. But all right, well, good luck out there, Chase. We'll let you get back to work, brother.
Man.
All right, folks, we got the one to go, and lights are out on the pace car. Scott Sanderson takes his car behind the wall. We're down to 12 drivers left on the track, 8 of them on the lead lap, folks. Pace car's in, and there goes Chase. Boy, what a jump. Scott Brinson, second place. Adam Blocker, Tony Pizarro, side by side. Blocker up on that high side, trying to get that one. And we got a caution. Kevin O'Brien going around. Whoa, let's see what happened here. Racking up the cautions here, folks. Let's see what happened here to Kevin O'Brien. Car just broke loose on him. What? It was almost like net coating or something. Something was happening weird there, because I just noticed, look up there at Kevin Spaulding's car right ahead of him. He just went out like that too. And I don't know what happened there on his car. Oh, he was chasing it because it got loose. I guess that's what happened to him. But anyhow, Kevin O'Brien hits the wall pretty hard, and I know he already used his reset, so that's not going to be good for him. He's coming to pit road to get it looked at, and we are back up front here with our leader, Chase Hudson. All right, folks, lights are out. Double them back up here. Let's get her back going. We still got about 47 to go and they get the green. Pace car's in. And there goes Chase Hudson.
Ready, green, 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 green.
Tony Pizarro jumps right to the bottom there to get a run on Adam Blocker. Goes quickly into third. And now he's taking a look to the inside of Scott Brinson. Not able to do it. Brinson slams the door on him. Matt Burkhart in fifth. Mark Walker's sixth place got Kevin Spaulding trying to get by him here. Spaulding one lap down, 10th place. Wishing he was back on the lead lap. He would be a factor again. Wally Turheimer a couple laps down in 11th. And Paul Krumreich makes it up to the 12th place. But he's coming. Kevin O'Brien laying way back here. He's looks like his car's okay. But he's just way off the pace. May not be up to full speed. And the leaders are closing in on him pretty quick.
Somewhere. Caution.
We have a caution. Mark Walker going around. Well, let's see what happened here to Mark Walker. Oh, right there. It looks like somebody right up ahead of him there. Alan Hill. Thought he was clear, looks like he had to come up in front of him and wasn't quite clear. And that's going to get Mark Walker into the wall, up into the fence. And he's going to have some serious damage on that car now. Tries to get it off the track here without getting any more damage on it. But he is sitting on pit road. And we are back up front. Caution number 12, folks. There's 4 more races left after this week, after tonight. 4 more. Phoenix. Hold on. They go to Phoenix next week. And then they don't race for 2 weeks. They'll be back at Watkins Glen on December 28th, then January 4th to Texas, and then January 11th to Michigan. So 4 more races after tonight. I could actually put that up there so you can see it, huh? There you go. That's what's left. Right now, we've only got 12 racers left in the race. We've had quite a few of them that have left. Chris Voiles was the first one out of the race. Austin Hawkins, Shane McCurry, Mark McFadden, Thomas Keene, Marco Brazil, Nathan Sedlick, Stephen Pearson, and Scott Sanderson. Those guys all out of the race. Pace car's in. There goes Chase Hudson right on the live pedal again. We are down to 12 drivers after 21 started. Adam Blocker to the inside of Scott Brinson, and I'm not sure if he's going to get that yet. Be Brinson at the line. Blocker wants to get back to the front. He led 69 laps earlier, and he wants that front position again. Pizarro drives around the outside of him. Burkhart in 5th, Alan Hill 6th. Kevin Spaulding now back on the lead lap at the tail end, close to the tail end of the lead lap. It's by Eric Steinmetz. And Kevin O'Brien way back here, but is still on the lead lap, folks. Pizarro still hanging on to 3rd. And he has drove his heart out tonight. There ain't no getting around it. Adam Blocker just hanging on. Oh, a little tight there in that turn. Somebody come up on the inside of him there, Matt Burkhart. Whoa, close right there. Burkhart will lose a couple positions. Just a little slip right there. It almost got into the side of Adam Blocker, so he loses about 3 positions because of it. 2 positions. Adam Hill or Alan, man, I keep calling him Adam. Alan Hill and Kevin Spaulding both got by. Eric Steinmetz riding here in 8th place. Last one on the lead lap. Come on, Eric. Hudson out in the clean air. 27 laps to go at the line, folks. Pizarro trying to catch up with Brinson. Adam Blocker still has not been able to get back to the front. After leading 69 laps, he has just steadily been trying to pick off one or two here or there, but it's taken him a long time to get back up into fourth position. Chase Hudson now leading 94 laps at the line, folks. Coming from 18th place to the lead and hasn't looked back. Running a lap car there, Mark Walker is coming off pit road. Trying to blend in with the cars. Just went into 10th as they passed up Kevin O'Brien, make that 11th as Paul Kermride just drove by him. Paul goes into the top 10 here. He is about 4 laps down, but coming all the way up through and back into 10th. He was involved in the very first wreck of the race, and really bad too. Had to use his reset, got 4 laps down, had to tow to pit road and the whole 9 yards. And here he is back into the top 10. Called patience, which is something a lot of these guys do not have. Tony Pizarro looking ahead to Scott Brinson and Chase Hudson up there in the lead. And Chase just continuing to pull away. He's out there with a 1 second lead over Scott Brinson right now. As all pretty much separated about a half a second apart here, each of these guys. Adam Blocker about at 0.6 of a second off of Tony Pizarro. Pizarro's starting to close in now on Scott Brinson. Looks like he's got his marks laid down there pretty well. All about hitting those marks. Alan Hill, 5th place. It's had a pretty rough road to get there, but he's been staying there now. Kevin Spaulding, it was a lap down there after being involved in a wreck, is now back on the lead lap, and he has become a factor here, running in 6th place. Steinmetz just barely got into the wall. He is 7th. He's come up a long ways. Wally Turheimer into 8th, but he has showed a couple of laps down. Making it 10 to go, Chase Hudson. with a 2.7 second lead out front of Scott Brinson and a closing Tony Pizarro. Oh, Tony up the hill. Close right there. Adam Blocker still trying to figure out what he's got to do in 8 laps to get back to the lead, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen today. I'll tell you what, great effort by Adam Blocker tonight, leading 69 laps. That was pretty amazing. Looked like he was going to be the car to beat out there tonight. Hudson now 3.4 seconds ahead of Scott Brinson. Somebody else into the wall there. .6 seconds from Chase Hudson. 5 laps to go for Chase Hudson to bring it to victory lane, make that 4 as he crosses the line. 4 more laps for Chase Hudson. Four-second lead over Scott Brinson. Scott just cannot get up there to him with 3 to go, folks. All he can do right now is just try to hold off Tony Pizarro for 3rd. Pizarro not far behind him, 0.3 of a second, 2 laps to go. Is Tony saving anything? If he is, now's the time to use it because, man, he's got a white flag in the air for the leader. We're going to have to kind of watch that race, but I want to stay up here on the leader because he's going to be bringing it to victory lane here. Chase Hudson for the win. Caution-filled race here tonight at Iowa, but Chase Hudson brings it to victory lane. Scott Brinson 2nd and Tony Pizarro 3rd.
Checkered flag.
All right, we'll get a word in with Chase here in just a minute, folks. Actually, I'll tell you what, he might be going up here to do a burnout. Let's see if he does a burnout. I don't see no burnout. Where's your burnout? What the heck? What the heck? Where's your burnout?
I'm getting there.
Alright, while you're working on that, I'm going to get, now is Tony Pizarro in here? I don't see Tony Pizarro in TeamSpeak, so I guess I won't be able to talk to him. Nope. So, well, congrats to Tony Pizarro for finishing 3rd. He's not in TeamSpeak, so we won't be able to interview him. So, Chase, while you're doing your burnouts here, if you can get one going. We'll get a word in with Scott Brinson. Scott, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, Rudy. How we doing, buddy?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. It was just seemed like you just could not get up there. There's Tony. You just could not get up there with Chase, and he was just extending that out there at the end. All you were worried about right at that point was just trying to hold off the hard charging Tony Pizarro. Tell me about the ending of that race, that long green flag run, and how difficult it was to try to keep up with Chase.
Well, I knew when I made that last pit stop that I made it was going to be the last one because I knew we were probably going to have some cautions. But I honestly didn't expect the big long green flag run there at the end. But it was nice to get some green flag laps in. And yeah, I cooked up the tires pretty quickly on the final restart there. On actually the couple restarts we had, trying to get around Chase. And I think on the first one I would have had a shot, but the caution come out just as I was starting to work on him. And I think I led 1 lap. But all in all, he did a pretty good job of getting back around me when I did get out in front of him, and I was kind of actually surprised at how quickly he did that. But I wasn't able to do the same thing to him, and I could never get to him. And when I saw him drive off, I knew I just had to hold off Pizarro.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, it was great. Great, great race after things kind of got sorted out there and the herd got thinned down a little bit. It was a great race, and then some green flag runs and all. That was really cool. What did you think of the race overall? Because I know everybody was saying about the tire fall off, and I'd asked Chase about it, and he said he really didn't notice any difference after the build yesterday. But they were supposed to have done something to the open wheel cars where they would have more tire fall off, because you could go out there and run the whole race on the same set of tires.
Oh yeah, no, there was definitely a tire fall off here. It was quite a bit as we got down to the end there. It was definitely the tires on my part anyway were cooked, and I was having to lift quite a bit. So I know, and I was down like 0.3 of a second per lap. So I know the tires were cooked.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, anybody you want to thank tonight, Scott? We'll move on to third place. Talk to Tony before we talk to our winner.
Yeah, I want to thank you up there in the booth, MaxSpeedTV, for being the official coverage of Top Fuel Racing. I want to thank all the boys that come out and race here every week. I appreciate them coming out. I want to congratulate Chase and Tony for finishing on the podium. Adam and Alan also finished in the top 5. Congratulations to them. It's $10 that Chase is going to win tonight. I'll keep the 5 for a second. Woohoo. Chase is tough to beat, man. He's got a bunch of wins this year, and hopefully we'll be able to bring something to him next week at Phoenix. And also, just want to say hello to my mom and anyone else I know that might have tuned in. Sorry we had a lot of cautions tonight, but hopefully you still enjoyed the race.
Isn't that like 10 or 11 wins for him this season?
11.
11? Yeah, okay.
It's 13th overall. One more note at Kingsbury for the most wins in the league history.
Wow. All right. Well, thanks, Scott.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I know it.
Thanks, Rudy.
Yep.
He's a beast.
Yep, he is. Coming from 18th to the lead, that's pretty awesome, man. All right. Well, Thanks, Scott. And we'll get a word in here now with Tony. Tony, you got a copy?
I can hear you, Rudy. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Well, coming in third tonight. Tell me about that last little bit of the race there. I mean, you look like you were trying to get up there and race it up with Scott, at least to try to get a second place. I mean, you endured a lot tonight and battled back and forth. Adam Blocker, a few of the other guys, Alan Hill, Kevin Spalding, them guys were all in the mix with you. So talk about that a little bit.
Well, I was wondering if Scott was running out of gas because he was letting Chase pretty much chase away. Were you running out of... What happened, Scott? Were you just getting tight?
Yeah, that's what he said. He said.
I guess he left. I don't know.
Yeah, his tires were cooked. He said.
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, you really after the first 5 laps, it was really hard to pass. You pretty much had to rely on the restart to make any moves, and after that, we were just pretty much riding pretty 1, 2, 3. I was hoping they can get Scott at the end, but he kept taking. You know, he was driving the conventional line, and so was I. So I kept getting his dead air, and it was pretty hard. But I just saw Chase get away, and I'm like, well, that's all right. Third is good. It's my second race here, so third is good. I just wish I won a little bit of money tonight. That's all.
Yeah. Well, it was a good race. I mean, after things kind of got sorted out there, but you kept the Tide Ride in pretty good shape tonight. I don't think you used a reset, did you?
No, I had 0 X's. I think I counted 3 wrecks that were directly in front of me, like feet away, and somehow I got by all 3 of them. So I'm very fortunate to get there.
Yeah, I'll bet, man. Well, good job tonight. Congrats on third, and I think you guys are going to Phoenix next week. Are you gonna come around for that show?
That depends if is it the new Phoenix or the old Phoenix.
The new Phoenix, it's going to be open dog leg.
Nah, I don't have the new Phoenix, but I mean, as long as you guys have tracks that I can run, I'll run them.
Okay, Tony. Well, anybody you want to thank tonight for your third place finish?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Scott for letting me race in the league. I'd like to thank Paul Krummerai for telling me how to get the gunk off my visor, because I was starting to be a big pain having all that stuff on my visor, which I've never seen before. It must be in the new build.
Yep.
I want to thank everyone watching. I don't know if any of my friends were watching, but I want to thank them and everyone else. And I want to thank Chase for making it hard on us.
Okay, all right. Well, congrats on third, buddy. Go celebrate that. That was a well-deserved third place right there.
Yeah, it was fun.
All right, buddy.
Good job, Tony.
All right, Chase Hudson, you got a copy.
Gotcha.
Well, you come in with the win here again tonight, coming from 18th place. You got to tell us your secret.
Oh man, I mean, I stayed out at the right times and pitted at the right times when most of the field pitted. It just worked out in my favor. It was definitely hard to pass, no matter how old or new the tires were. And just pit strategy worked out for me.
I know you said that you didn't feel that much of a tire fall off. You didn't really notice that much of a difference from the last build.
Yeah, it was funny because that last run, I definitely felt my front tires. I was starting to actually having to lift, getting into every single corner.
But boy, you were still pulling away, though.
Yeah, it was. The tires definitely were. I can imagine what it was like back in traffic, though. I mean, front tires would have been cooked.
Well, even Scott with he was like 4.5 seconds behind you or something. He still was feeling that push, but that was from tire wear. He said he cooked the tires. So I mean, clean air at that point wasn't really helping you. It was tires. Is this track that line sensitive?
I'd say mostly. I mean, it depends on the setup, really. I feel like the setup you could just hug the bottom if you're in clean air pretty easily, but I don't know. Sometimes you'll get a setup to where it even pushes in clean air a lot, and you have to run the middle. But I'd say just the bottom. I mean, if you're back in the pack, you'd try the middle end to get clean air most of the time. But usually you're just stuck to the bottom.
Well, we've seen a lot of drivers catching that yellow line. Is there anything that you could maybe kind of throw a pointer out to these guys to keep them away from that yellow line? Because, in practice they seem to be okay, but it seems like when race time starts, they got to touch that yellow line. I don't know what there is about that yellow line, whether the transition is that much big difference between the track and the apron. It's got to be because, man, it just unloads that car and you go for a spin. Is there anything you can tell these guys?
Not much. Just don't hit it.
Stay away from it.
Yeah, it's definitely a rough transition here. If you just barely touch it, you just spin.
Wow. All right. Well, anybody you want to thank for your win tonight, Chase? This is win number 11 in the season.
Yeah, thanks to you guys, and thanks for Scott for giving me $10.
All right. Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, again. Okay, Chase, thanks for talking with us, brother. Go celebrate that win, man. That was really good.
Yeah, see ya.
All right. All right, folks, let's run down through the final results here. Chase Hudson will come home with the win. Scott Brinson second. Tony Pizarro finishing third. Adam Blocker leading 69 laps, but didn't get up there to finish in the top spot. He will finish fourth. Alan Hill fifth. Kevin Spaulding sixth. Eric Steinmetz seventh. Wally Turheimer eighth. Paul Crumry ninth. And Mark Walker rounds out the top 10. Matt Burkhart in 11th. Kevin O'Brien 12th. Scott Sanderson finishes 13th. Mr. Six Wiser Stephen Pearson 14th. Nathan Sedlick 15th. Marco Brazil 16th, Thomas Keene 17th, Mark McFadden 18th, Shane McCurry 19th, Austin Hawkins 20th, and Chris Voiles rounds out the field in 21st. Colin Scott did not start the race. So again, congratulations to our winner here, Chase Hudson, tonight, folks, for Top Fuel Racing. Thanks for tuning in tonight on MaxSpeedTV. Until next time, stay safe and have a good night.